Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Let's look at the overall energy around you right now. I always start with you, and then I look at the person on your mind or who's in your energy. And this week, I'm looking at the next 7 days, Aries through Pisces, the portion I do where I go down the list. I'm going to see no contact and who you may hear from. All right. So I do have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy regarding, what's going on around you that you might not be seeing. Okay, that's how I look at this. And it's talking about things are slowly moving, and maybe just kind of figuring things out. We're trying to get to know somebody or trying to observe what the next step might be, and just taking a more practical approach at things, right? So this could show up in your life right now because this is messages. Maybe you've been getting slow messages from somebody. Maybe you feel like somebody's interested in you, but they're only kind of part-time in it, or, hitting that send when they feel like it and leaving you on red for a little bit, right? Some of these are, tactics, but some of them are just really somebody could be up to other things, doing stuff, and it could just seem like they're not interested, but that might not be the truth, right? So we're going to dive into that and see what's going on. This does indicate messages that you may be getting this week. The pages always bring some sort of news your way. And I see the Eight of Wands. So underneath that, there is some pressure boiling up, all right? So somebody maybe feels like the need that they're feeling the pressure to reach out to you, or you're feeling the pressure, you're feeling something, some intensity building, but you're not quite sure what's going on. So let's dive into that. All right, so your energy first, the Lovers card. What a way to start. Gemini energy. All right. Somebody's got your attention. You've got somebody's attention. All right. It's clear here. And so now, the energy that I'm seeing right now with this page and this Eight of Wands is telling me that maybe somebody doesn't want you to know how much they're interested or how excited they are to hear from you, or the excitement behind things, right? They're feeling a little pressure. They don't want to come on too strong, right? So they pull back their energy for the minute, but we can see here that somebody's only going to be able to hold back so much. So there is an energy shift with the Eight of Wands. That means, maybe right now you're feeling like things are kind of going slow. It's going to speed up here eventually because this pressure is going to build up, especially with this Lovers card here. There's an intensity there. This card can lead to obsession. Love takes over. It's like, I can't get enough of you. I love being with you. I want to be with you. But maybe somebody doesn't want you to know, I don't know how much, right? They got this cool vibe about them. They just want to keep things kind of on the low for now, right? And let's see where things go. I also just get too that somebody likes the buildup. All right. Or maybe the tension that builds up when they're not around you, because when they do see you or when they are around you, it's like, it's so exciting that the time away from you might be an addiction, right? If I can kind of withhold a little bit, it'll be even better when I see you. So this could be you too. Remember the overall energy. It's a mirroring effect, right? So when the Lovers card comes up to me, it says there's no doubt that there's not some sort of sexual connection between the two of you that runs a little bit deeper, and it could really turn into something. But there also could be a lot of triggering that comes in too, because the closer we get, and every time we hit this place where we feel this really deep connection and we just know, somebody tends to, play that card where they pull back a little bit and then they make the other person a little bit anxious, right? Story of our lives. But let's see what your biggest challenge is with this person. And I see the Six of Pentacles. That makes complete sense. How do you view them or the situation? And I see the Seven of Wands. All right. So you feel like somebody's guarded. Somebody's holding back something. And you're like, there's the Seven of Wands. We just saw the Eight of Wands. It's like, come on, I feel the tension. I feel the pressure. Why won't you give to this? Sometimes it may feel like you're giving more, or like you start to question yourself. I poured my heart out. I was so vulnerable. Or I want you. I'm not shy. I let you know, the Eight of Wands to me is your energy too. It's like, I'm blunt. I'm straight to the point, right? And then the challenge though is the Six of Pentacles. Does this person want this as much as I do? Are we on the same page? Do they just want, to connect with me and nothing else? Do they want to make this more serious. You're ready to make some rules here and commit. And your challenge here with this person is keeping them consistent, right? Because it does seem like somebody here is one of those back and forth type of people, but not so much on and off, right? Because it's obvious that you feel this connection with somebody and you feel the pressure building. So let's see what their story is and what they're hiding from you. Your person, the Chariot. Oh, they want this more than you know, right? The Chariot. I'm gonna put that right here so maybe you can see these cards a little bit better. I try to make this so you guys can see it pretty clear, but so we have the Chariot for them. We have Cancer energy showing up. So you could be connected with somebody who's a Gemini, Cancer cusper, or has these strong placements. But even this card here says somebody knows what they want. All right. Somebody's ready to go for it. Somebody's like, maybe things were moving too fast and then things are getting really exciting, but I can see that you got somebody. All right. So I don't know maybe what you're doing, but I'll have to pull a card to see what you're doing or what you should be doing, because you got this person really focused on you. I mean, there's no question about it. They're being pulled in your direction regardless of what's going on. What's their biggest challenge with you? The King of Swords. You speak your truth. You are direct, and you are, what this is telling me right now is you may be getting to a point where when somebody pulls back on you, you're starting to become a little bit detached, and this is driving them crazy. All right. So maybe they can't figure you out. Like, you seem pretty strict, pretty stern in your ways. You're not afraid to hold back your truth, which is why I love the King of Swords. King of Swords can be very direct, and a lot of people don't like that. Speak the truth, and that's it. I'm not playing around, and I get the feeling this person loves this about you, very attracted to you about this, right? But I just feel like maybe it's ego with them, the intensity of the relationship. So let's see how they view you. The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, they feel like this is karma, or they're taking a risk, or you guys have done this before, or so let's see what's shifting with them before I get to the story. The Six of Cups. Oh, they can't get enough of you. Like I said, this whole storyline is just playing out. What does Spirit think you should be doing right now? I see the Three of Cups. That's probably what you're doing. All right. So there's something about you when you're around other people, or when you guys are all together and you're just doing your thing and having fun, and you stand out in a crowd. It looks like if you say you're going to do something, you do it. Or I'm getting, if you say you're going to do something and you detach, do it. Because if you're acting like you're not interested anymore, or whenever this person pulls away, if you're going a little bit distant or cold from this person is second guessing things and wondering if they messed up. You've got them reviewing with this Six of Cups here, the moments they had with you. And now they're seeing the moments they want to see with you. So the more detached you are, the more you pull away. The Three of Cups here, this person here is coming towards you really fast. All right. They don't want to lose this. The Six of Cups tells me that they have felt something with you that they can't get with anybody else. That's what's pulling them towards you. But the problem is they see you as the Wheel of Fortune, and they're not always sure if they're going to get what they're in for. All right. And they view you as the challenge is the King of Swords. So you may say one thing, do another, or you may be straightforward or just straight to the point. You may make ultimatums. You may speak your truth. You may say yes or no, and that's it. And this person may, maybe in the past you've wobbled though. I did just get that. So you may have said something and then you come around and you're like, oh, I give in. All right, but it looks like maybe you're not giving in so much anymore to the situation, because if it keeps going around and around like that Wheel of Fortune, a lot of you are going to feel like this is karma. I'm not going to do this again. I'm learning my lesson. Like you either want this or not. And you can see a strong soulmate connection with the Lovers and the Six of Cups. And what that means to me is that there's something really strong here, and there could be other variables, other things going on, maybe friends getting in the way, maybe a person is trying to act like they just want something casual, but they're really just nervous, and so they're just playing it kind of safe right now with you, with that Page of Pentacles here, overall energy. But you seem to be having a good time over here with your friends, doing your thing, maybe partying it up, I don't know, hanging out, taking care of your health, having a good time, and just trying to stay happy. And your person here, the challenge is they're feeling this distance from you. So you may or may not be aware you're doing this. And if you're not doing this, this is the cue here to say, the more detached you are to what they're doing, if they keep going around in circles with you, the more likely this person here is becoming more obsessed with what you're up to, because they don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're posting or whatever, just acting carefree. This person loves this about you, and the more they see you doing it without them, the more envious maybe they get. And they do have their walls up, and that's how you view them. And sometimes it gets to a point where when somebody just won't let down their guards, you're like, I can feel you, but after a while it gets boring. And if there's one sign that can't do boring very well, it's you. It's like you're very excited, very about this person, and very attracted to this person. But at the same time, you have your wits about you, and you also have your boundaries and values. So with the King of Swords here, you're not going to let things slide. And to tell you the truth, this person loves this about you. And at times it may seem scary for you, because if they pull back with that Seven of Wands and they are just like, they put up a boundary or a block, or they just, slow conversation, it can scare you. But the more you act like it doesn't bother you, the more it's driving this person crazy. All right, so I'm going to pull one more card about that Wheel of Fortune here, because they view you as they're taking their chances with you. All right, they may feel like this is risky. I don't know if this has been you've been the one that's been casual. You've been acting like everything's cool, everything's calm, and this person here is actually more into you than you realize. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands. All right, so you don't deal with pressure well. You don't like things to be hard. You don't like difficulty. Who does, right? And the thing is, but for me, my Sagittarius don't deal with it very well at all. So immediately, if somebody's causing you a lot of resistance and pushback, but intuitively that this person wants you and you have a strong connection, you are showing up as the Wheel of Fortune, which means only it's just a matter of time before you decide to cut things off. You may feel like that's not true right now. You may be like, no, I'm really into this person. I love this person. This is my person. But I just feel with these cards, the archetypes that are showing up for you is like, you even have a ticking clock. You're like, once you're done, you're done. And that's the King of Swords, right? And your person feels this. So there's definitely something you're doing, or this week you may notice a shift in your own energy where you just are more carefree about it. You just don't give a shit. And that is what's going to draw them even faster to you, because they may even have a fear that if they don't take their chance now with that Wheel of Fortune, that you're going to give up. You're going to give up on them, and they may lose their chance with you. So you're actually pushing somebody to step past a comfort zone and break down this barrier. Awesome. All right. So with that being said, I do see Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. I see Aquarius strong, Cancer, and Gemini. But if you're in no contact with somebody, we're going to take a look real quick at Aries through Pisces. And I'm going to see if you, in the next 7 days, what's the likelihood of you getting contact from the person that's on your mind, right? You do have the Page of Pentacles here, which does tell me that messages are highly likely this week. But also with a no contact situation, Page of Pentacles can say you might break through. You may reach out to them. They may be kind of, slow to respond, right? So there is that kind of scenario that could show up. But that Page of Pentacles can also show somebody, trying to open the door again, So let's see Aries. I have 9 of Cups. Highly likely that you may hear from an Aries this week. They're definitely very into you, all right? Very attracted to you and desire, And so remember, the Lover's card here too can be a very physical connection. So keep that in mind. But that is your wish. That's what you want. I always say be careful what you wish for. Taurus, 3 of Pentacles, all right? So the 3 of Pentacles can indicate it's working itself out. You will hear from them again this week. Things may start to come together. Maybe you're noticing signs. Maybe they do reach out, and it's a slow process, right? But this also does tell me, don't, give it a little bit more time if it doesn't happen right away, but it looks like it is in the works. Gemini, Ace of Pentacles, all right? So another opportunity. There may be a doorway opening up this week. One of you could reach out to each other, and it looks like you could start something up again. Cancer, Two of Cups, absolutely activation here. Cancer energy. It looks like they can't resist talking to you. You have an emotional conversation coming in, maybe a confession, deep conversation, or just a misunderstanding. And finally, you guys are reaching some sort of point where you guys are understanding one another. Leo, Queen of Swords, right? That does talk about communication. So you may get some sort of truth, whether, you like it or not, right? The Queen of Swords is going to be, this is where I stand. This is what I'm saying. And I want to talk to you about this. So you may be finding some sort of reconciliation here of some sort with your Leo. Virgo, a little bit more time with a Virgo. They're kind of playing it cool right now, doing their thing and in no rush. But it is a major arcana. So this card here can say, just let things play out, see where it takes you. Libra, 3 of Wands. All right. So you may see some movement this week. Still keep your options open, though. I wouldn't cling on to that one. It does look like they are, coming in serious, but the 3 of Wands in this case feels like the door is open, but it's keeping my options open too. All right. So we have Scorpio, 7 of Pentacles, right? Maybe not this week, but there could be a little bit of resistance, but we do see planning on to reach out to you. Sagittarius, 2 of Wands, same thing. This Sag, you got 2 of Wands here. 2 of Wands is somebody's a little bit hesitant, anticipation, don't want to seem too needy, don't want to seem desperate, right? And there also could be just, I'm really into you, and I just don't want you to know how into you I am just yet. I just want to take it slow. That could be just timid, I just want to play my cards right, But it does look like here, you got somebody on the fence here, getting ready to reach out to you, make contact. Capricorn, Justice card. You may get some sort of closure this week, right? This could be an apology or just, coming to terms with a situation, a conversation, being real with each other. Stay in your integrity with that one, Capricorn. Aquarius, 10 of Cups. Looks like very good chance that you and an Aquarius could find yourself together, actually making plans. Pisces, Page of Cups. You got love and messages coming in from Pisces, playful energy, maybe flirting. You could have, crushing on you, letting you know. All right. So if you're still with me, I'm going to do a bonus yes, no for you. So think of your question. Think of your question on your mind. Oh, the Page of Wands wants to come out. So I'm going to take this one because it just kind of flung out. You have a yes, all right? And you have your energy, Saturn, Sagittarius. And Saturn is here. So it looks like maturing, leveling up in time. So some things do take time, but you can see that somebody here is really into you. And there's a lot of pressure in this reading here to really act out. But somebody may not want you to know right now, how much they are into you, and it may trigger them that you're having a blast. So just remember that the more fun you're having, the more excited this person's becoming. Very enthusiastic energy. I love you guys, and until the next time, take care.